at the way Liquid's played throughout the split, they've lost 5 series. 3 of the losses have come from Moist and BDS. They're really only losing to the top right now. And BDS was a humongous monster that they had to get over in the previous regional. This is a chance for them to redeem themselves.
See if they can finally beat Team BDS, who has had their number. Team Liquid already getting a shot on net, but Seiko there to block it. A Chronic. 50. Will leave the cleanup job. Tatao. Seiko, 50. Oski couldn't get that mid boost, but does find the corner. Speed for Monkey Moon. Monkey Moon has Seiko, tries to just get the 50. Pinch from Atao, and now Monkey Moon forcing the issue. See Team Liquid locked down in their corner at the moment. Trying to get some space. Extra's going to tap this ball back down. That gives space to Oski for the solo play. Does get a pass off the backboard, but it was so light, Seiko easily controls it.
And I think that's a spot where Liquid really thrive. It's something that I think Moist actually showed off on their rise to the top as well. It's just finding those solo plays, and when you have the space, just to take it, take the chance, take on the big boys. And you see Oski there wanting to take on the defense of BDS with the solo play. It's paid off so much for Liquid, and it can here again against a team like BDS.
And it really does seem, Corelli, like Team Liquid following that same path, that same playbook that Moist took. You know, that Moist wasn't really in the conversation. Then all of a sudden, boom, they're at the top of EU. Yeah. And Team Liquid seems like they're very similar in that regard.
It's a bit uncanny, isn't it, that how close the story is between Moist and Liquid. And I think Liquid, though, is still, you know, riding this very, very strong first chapter. And a regional win, you know, that as Stax was hinting to, and Major Bound type of team here is one that could finish chapter 1 in a very strong start to this story. But still, Liquid, they've got to go through BDS, who have just been a nuisance for them. As we were mentioning, the previous regional, BDS just kind of mopped the floor with them. 8-1 over Liquid between the 2 series.
Let's see if it gets any better for Team Liquid. So far, game 1 has been very even as we approach the halfway point. Extra, oh, that's going to skip hard off Atao's hood. The read from Monkey Moon is there. And that is not the first the first goal. I was expecting to be something different, but sometimes things
my God, how did he read that? That is insane. I mean, that ball is moving so fast. I mean, that read when the ball's moving a little bit slower is fine, but with the speed behind that ball to go off the ceiling and then hit the top of the net, and Monkey Moon read that before it even hit the ceiling.
He met it right as it came under the crossbar. You can't get there with better timing than that. No. Monkey Moon, instantaneous read on that unusual play there. Skipping hard off the hood. Oski, can he get the bump? You saw him going for extra. Perhaps he was going for a redirect, but I think that call out was go for bump, and Extra saw it coming, was able to get away from it.
And still Liquid doing a great job of beating that first man and not letting BDS clamp down. It's a mistake that a lot of teams make against BDS is if they can't beat that first defender and BDS, it just spells so much trouble of trying to get out from your end because BDS are so positionally aware of where the other guy is. It's very tough to break out from their grip.
You're 100% right, Crowley. They are so smart with their challenge game that, you know, if they lose the 50, they're landing in a spot where they can be an outlet pass. And I mean, you see it here with Seiko. You know, Seiko is going to do this solo play right afterwards. I mean, it's BDS. What can you say?
You just described it before it happened, James. Seiko goes into the challenge, stops the ball, and then receives the pass downfield, takes it himself. Of course, Seiko's going to do that all by himself with a solo play in the end. But BDS, that's what we're talking about. They stalemate one challenge, and they're so close together, so on the same page, they turn it into a fantastic attack.
Yeah, it's when you pair that massive Rocket League IQ with insane mechanical ability. That pretty much describes everybody on BDS, and I especially with Seiko now, who brings that extra element of solo play. And they have had Team Liquid's number. Rebound out to Extra, low shot, and Extra didn't put a lot of heat on it, but what he did have was placement.
And you can see BDS moving downfield with numbers up, and Oski was the last man back there, and he was just stretching out to try and get in front of the ball. And you can see how quick the play could turn on its head there for Liquid. They really got caught out by the ball coming out in the midfield and BDS quickly countering.
as we approach the final minute of gameplay, and no success found for Team Liquid. BDS, ever since that challenge that skipped off the backboard, Monkey Moon with an amazingly quick read, it's been all Team BDS. Chronic goes for that to go for BDS, but doesn't matter. Seiko able to get it out. Now Monkey Moon on the dribbles, got extra to his right. Seiko to the left. The pinch off the defender. Sometimes you don't even need your teammates. You just use the opposing team to get what you need.
I think Liquid we're lucky to see that one go wide of the net. I don't think anyone was tracking that play with the pinch. And a 3-goal lead here for BDS. And a lot of space for them to work with. Flip reset here for Extra and couldn't get over Oski. As time ticking down, Liquid back to the drawing board here as game 1, all in favor of BDS.
And this wasn't really close, Corelli. I mean, for the first half of this game, you know, it was a tug of war. It was back and forth. And then as soon as that first goal went in, things just fell apart for Team Liquid. Team BDS, they started playing how they play, and they were in complete control. There was nothing really Liquid could do.
It's very reminiscent of the grand final in the last regional, right? Where BDS, they 4-0'd. The games weren't even close. They were winning 5-2, 4-2, 4-2. It was just all BDS. And of course, Liquid was, I think, poking through in that grand final. But, you know, when you look at these two squads and you look at how they played here, I think no one can deny that Liquid has the skill to keep up with BDS, but I just think it's that synergy, that cohesion that BDS have that's the big edge over Liquid right now. We saw it a couple times with the challenge game that we were pointing out, but just also catching Liquid out as well. It just felt like BDS, despite maybe, you know, obviously being the best team in Europe at the moment, and certainly I would say more skillful than Liquid, I also think that team cohesion is the big missing factor that Liquid doesn't have that puts BDS even further ahead.
It is remarkable how often it seems BDS is on the same page, Corelli. It's like a hive mind on that team. Yeah. It just seems so calculated, coordinated, and effective. Team BDS, solid game 1, 3-0 shutout over Team Liquid. And this is a Team Liquid team we've seen play amazingly well defensively. They had that perfect sweep over Moist in the last event. And they've got the mechanics, but like you said, Curly, they're going to need that team play, that cohesion to find a way to break down this BDS team.
And let's be fair, too. You know, Liquid had a couple of opportunities. Oh, my, Zoski blocks his teammates clear there. But, you know, Liquid had quite a few shots. I think they had about, 8 that last game, if I remember correctly. So there was plenty of opportunity there for Liquid. But you can see BDS grinding them down, and some inaccuracy there from Monkey Moon, as it was shot at the last man of Liquid, but Liquid right now being tested defensively as they are able to break out.
And they did stand tall, at least for now, but Seiko roaring in with a flip reset. Wasn't able to do much with it. Extra beat to the ball. It's a high pop to the midfield. Monkey Moon misses. Seiko will lob it towards net. Extra tries to get a tip, but Atao will clear it downfield. Now a 50. Oski will send this to the BDS corner. Low boost challenge, or should I say no boost by Atao. Will have to retreat. Oski comes in to support. Oski looks like he got a flip off the defender. Still keeping this ball in play.
And those are the types of plays that Liquid are going to need. Scrappy on the sideline and in the corner of BDS. Chronic has opportunities to Oski. Atao patiently waiting to see where that one was going to go, but Monkey Moon very sneaky to push that one by. Now it's scary for Liquid here as Seiko puts it off target. Big save by Oski.
And I was thinking Oski might go for the squishy save, decided to stay grounded, had to dodge the bump, and did so. That was a challenging defensive position for Oski, but he came out and was able to get that save. Well done by Team Liquid and Oski. We'll see if they can make something of it. Still scoreless. Very reminiscent to game 1, which went the first half with no goals. And we're in the same spot in game 2 here on Aquadome.
I think this is better, though, for Liquid. Although I think, you know, they're definitely spending a lot of time on their defensive side. But they're getting a decent look here as a big clear comes out from Monkey Moon. And trouble here for Chronic if he doesn't deal with it properly. Extra with no boost, trying to push through. And for Liquid, they do not want to spend that much time on defense as BDS have been inching closer and closer to the goal line.
They have been. Oh, flip reset. Oh, Chronic! Flip reset off the backboard. A thing of beauty.
And this is what we were talking about, James. There's no denying that Liquid have the skill, and Acronic shows it off there, takes on all of BDS. They just watch him go. Extra had a bit of a backflip that opened up that space at the top of the net. And Acronic, in style, scores the first goal.
Oh, that was so good. Use the flip reset to actually fling it off the backboard. A lot of times you see pros use the flip reset to use to get a power shot, Corelli, but he just was able to launch it right at the backboard. Great read. That was a shot.
Still scary. And that's the type of shot, those are the type of big-time plays that Liquid need to break through. And they might have another one here as it goes a bit high. Seiko with a good touch. And it feels like Liquid turning up the heat. That's a great cut there by Acronic. Still dangerous. Atao, he goes through Seiko. It's not going to happen. BDS take over.
And Atao had Oski as an option in the middle. But Team Liquid just wants to keep the pressure on. They keep firing in shots, forcing the boost out of Team BDS. Oski off the arc of the ceiling, gets a bump. Light back pass. Acronic will turn to keep it in. Oski with a demo. It's a good bounce to the middle. The shot is weak. Extra doesn't get a piece of it. Seiko does. But BDS running on fumes, trying to hold Team Liquid at bay.
It feels like Liquid kicked it up a notch. The speed of play accelerating here, and BDS kind of following behind there for just a second. And Liquid again with a monster clear. An unwelcomed one here as Oski tries to pitch it across. He dunks it through in front of Extra. It's a 2-goal lead for Liquid.
And Monkey Moon's trying to read the defender, but Oski gets the better of him in the corner and then goes in for the dunk. Oski, who had that fantastic stop, now on the offensive end, making a huge play. That's an insurance goal for Team Liquid. We'll see if it's enough space and if they can hold Team BDS off.
That's the thing. You don't want to let BDS back into this one. And they might not. Acronic wants to take another shot. BDS feeling quite a bit of pressure here. It just feels like Liquid's all over him. Oski almost gets another one there in front of the net. Extra and Seiko scrambling to get this one out. Everything going right for Liquid at the moment.
Acronic trying to get a redirect. Nothing came of it. And it seems, Corelli, like Team Liquid has adjusted to that possession play, the slowing down of Team BDS. You saw Monkey Moon wanted to try to slow things down, take that touch to the corner past the defender.
Oh, no.
Now Monkey Moon getting in the way of that challenge. But Team Liquid has really taken advantage of that fact. But we do see a late goal. 3 seconds left. Team BDS get one. We're going to have to see something off the kickoff.
I didn't think he could get this one. Look at the finesse here from Monkey Moon. Not only to get it inside of the post, but to put it under the defender there. That was a ball that I don't think a lot of people would have gone for. And he makes it work and gives his team a shot off the kickoff.
It's a back left kickoff. It goes airborne. Monkey Moon will have full boost. Infield to Extra. Extra goes high off the backboard. Follow-up no good. But Monkey Moon puts it upper 90. 3 seconds left to work with. And it's enough for Team BDS.
What a perfect kickoff. It went back left. It was a pass over to Monkey Moon, who picks up the mid boost. The pass down to Extra was phenomenal. And then everyone from BDS crashes the net. What a fantastic 0-second goal.
Team BDS, they are down but never out. We'll see how Team Liquid respond to this adversity. Monkey Moon, he's been a nightmare to deal with. Goes for the 50, didn't have much boost. Atao to the corner. Seiko stays in the play, launches it back towards net.
Uh-oh.
Rebound shot, and it's good. Seiko staying in the play. And this shot, this forced the defense in an awkward position.
And Acronic, I think, wants that one back as well. That was not a good clear, but I think he was a little shocked that he was the one who had to hit it in the end. BDS, you let them hang around too long, and they make the comeback.
Somebody just went to get something out of the refrigerator, and they came back to this screen, and they're like, what the heck happened? Is that a mistake?
To you, my friend, if that's you sitting at your desk right now, I am so sorry.
If you're a Liquid fan, if you're a BDS fan, Then you're thinking maybe I should go get something more often. But thinking back on this game, it seemed like it was all Team Liquid. Team Liquid had all the pressure. They had that unbelievable goal from Acronic, the flip reset double tap. That was a filthy goal. We saw even goal line defense from Oski, who then made the play in the corner where he dunks out Monkey Moon and then also dunks extra on the goal line. It seemed like the game was over. I thought the game was over. But then Monkey Moon started to peak, and you said it, Corelli. He went for a shot you didn't think he could even get to.
Yeah.
And that gave BDS hope.
I think you got to put a goal away with time left on the clock, and that's exactly what BDS did. They did a great job to execute on the kickoff, too. But I want to go back to Liquid because, this was probably one of the better games that Liquid actually has had against BDS. They looked faster in this game. They looked better, more composed. The challenge game was definitely in their favor. So the fact that they couldn't come out with the win here is a little worrisome. And again, I think BDS, it's just going back to, having that trust in each other, especially on a kickoff like that, where I don't think the kickoff went exactly the way they wanted to, but they made it work. Monkey Moon still did his job of getting that boost to the midfield. And when that pass came over, as a caster, James, we've seen plays like this so much. And that one I felt so good about when I saw him put that one on. I was like, that pass is going directly at extra, and this is going to be a goal. Yeah,
it's just wild the way these games can happen, the way the cookie can crumble. And right now we have a slight player technical issue. That is why there's a delay here. So it is not a timeout, just a technical issue that we will be working through. So Team BDS, they did the unthinkable. They pulled off that win with seconds left on the clock. And that let that be a lesson to all the people who vote to forfeit when there's still time left on the clock. Okay, there's always hope.
How dare you? Just play like BDS and you'll win that game. No, but I do think that for BDS there, the execution was just so crucial. And guess who was a big part of it? Monkey Moon. Both times, not only on the first goal, but the second goal as well. He is just so pivotal for BDS's success. And you could see there on the biggest moments, he shined. If you give him the ball, good things happen.
Good things happen indeed. BDS stealing that win over Team Liquid. We'll see how Team Liquid respond. They have had a miserable time playing Team BDS. In that game, that was more of what they were used to. What is it now? 10-1, their record in these past two events versus Team BDS. Or 1-10, rather. No. And that already a chance gone by the wayside for Team Liquid.
That was an open shot there for Oski. Wasn't the easiest one. Now this one surely is bouncing in. Atao gets credit for it, but players launching themselves left and right in front of the net.
Atao blasted it off the wall. You saw Seiko and Monkey Moon both expecting a shot, but it never came. And fortunately for Team Liquid, it just bounces right in 31 kilometers per hour. Not necessarily a scorcher.
Oh my. The kickoffs have been shaky so far in this game. Liquid, though, Liquid did come out on top earlier, but shots going a bit wide. Now Oski looking for a dunk here on Extra. Extra goes under him. And Liquid, this is a fantastic start for them, especially after that last game. You feel like, you're not in the highest mood at the moment, giving away that game. But they did outplay BDS, and that's what's important. They can find that form here in Game 3. Liquid will be in a good spot.
And you're right, Corelli. Team Liquid played really well last game. Have a great start this game. Atao punching in the second goal. And you see the communication there. Acronic up against Monkey Moon. Monkey Moon whiffs the challenge. Acronic just leaves it for Atao. But it just depends on what the team chooses to focus on, Corelli. Because Team Liquid, like you said, very solid game except for those final seconds. They were taking it to BDS. They're still very much in this series if they don't get in their own heads.
And here they are, up 2 goals. It's going to be a long 4 minutes, but up 2 goals and capitalizing, and I would say on BDS's mistakes. The first goal, I think BDS got faked out, but this last one, Monkey Moon just whipping the ball there or getting a misread on where the attacker was going to go with it. Either way, not connecting. And for BDS, a disaster start. For Liquid, exactly where they want to be.
And it's where they've been, Corelli. We'll see if they can hold on to the lead this time. Oski will streak back to high ball. Seiko going for net, and
wow.
Don't really know what happened there. I don't know. the same for this director cam, blinding me. I had no idea what was going on.
I did the same thing. I just saw it pinch off the ground.
Now off the backboard, Seiko testing the Liquid defense. It's a high pop. Extra goes for the 50, and Monkey Moon overpowers the defense on the goal line yet again.
This is a very kind of rinse and repeat type play. Extra just keeps the ball dangerous in the box, and Monkey Moon comes barreling in to dunk it home. And I think Liquid are getting a little too comfy on their goal line where they're really inviting these shots in. I mean, Monkey Moon should never get to a ball that quickly in front of the goal line without Liquid having a player jumping and attacking it with the same type of momentum. It just shouldn't be happening because BDS is just going to dunk those home.
They certainly are. In both of those 50s, BDS getting the height advantage, which so often results in that overpowering scenario. And now Monkey Moon. Monkey Moon, he is living rent-free in Team Liquid's head. He has got their number.
And he's the goal scorer in a lot of these plays, but let's give some credit over to his teammates as well, because they've just been dishing it up to him, and a lot of them have been Seiko, whether he's been throwing it across the box or that pass down towards Monkey Moon. A lot of great setups from BDS, and of course, credit to Monkey Moon where it's due. He's done a great job of positioning himself to receive those passes.
And we're also, that's a good point, Curly. Seiko's setting these up, and we've seen him stay in the play. He's kind of been creeping over into the corner and going up the wall in the corner instead of rotating out right away.
Yeah.
And he intercepts those touches where, so often the corner is the safe zone where you want to touch it as a defender, but when Seiko's over there, maybe you should just hit it right in front of net.
And it's frustrating for anyone, but here for Liquid as they play them, because he's so annoying. He's just in their face and constantly a nuisance on their side, whether it's taking away the boost, whether it's, cutting in the rotation and coming back in. That's frustrating for a team to feel like you're being swarmed by a single player.
Well, that shot going to skip wide. Hosky ceiling pass. Seiko takes time and booms it upfield. The Chronic will have a ton of boost and will pop it over Extra. Now going for the 50. Seiko pinches out. Time now for Team Liquid. Hosky went for the self pass off the sidewall, but Monkey Moon shut that play down. Hosky a tip up, but a Chronic also went for it. This could be a numbers advantage. Still on the breakout, dangerous, but that pass intercepted by Atau really slows things down.
That was a great touch there from a Chronic to take it away from Seiko. Seiko is trying to set up the play off the wall with a full boost. Extra does get over one, and this is good from Liquid, trying to keep possession. They got Hosky downfield. Unfortunately, didn't have enough boost to chase after it. Dangerous ball here. Monkey Moon went. As we're seeing, I've seen a couple times, James, BDS sending two at the net from Liquid. It's paid off quite a bit, but very, very willing to jump after this Liquid defense.
Well, they've kept this ball so deep that sometimes you can afford to do that, especially if the other team's low on boost, not much of a counterattack threat. BDS, the miss on the backboard, perhaps the leave, and now the double tap for Seiko. BDS come roaring back and take the lead.
Listen, you don't have to be an expert, an analyst. You could be the most casual fan to say that, to give the analysis that Seiko is going to put a shot like that away 10 out of 10 times. I mean, that is just bread and butter for Seiko. You have to watch him once and you'll know. And that one is unacceptable for Liquid, to leave him that much space to come off the back wall and get a second touch.
And this is almost the same story. It was a little bit more dramatic last game, Corelli. But Team BDS, they lose the lead early. Team Liquid has a hot start. You think it's all Team Liquid, and then BDS gets rolling.
And this is, I don't want to take away from BDS doing so well, but it's disappointing from Liquid here because they had a comfortable 2-goal lead, but they've been scoreless now for 4 minutes? I think it was at the 4-minute mark where they're up by 2.
Or 2 quick ones. That's for sure. That's for sure. It's been slim pickings since. And Carl, I was just going to say, how this mentally has got to be very difficult for Team Liquid to overcome at this point.
No, that was kind of what I was alluding to, is BDS just kind of chipped away at him. And I think, again, it's very frustrating in this game because I don't think they necessarily played a bad game here. Just BDS, they were able to convert. I think the options did kind of dry up, or I should say chances dried up for Liquid, but still a frustrating game if you're a Liquid fan, and of course a Liquid player is BDS. This series looking more and more like the grand finals that we saw in the previous regional.
And you probably could have guessed it. Team Liquid calling a timeout. We'll see if they can figure things out. It seemed like they did in game 2. If Team Liquid closes out game 2, this is such a different story. But the momentum, the confidence, just everything coming together for Team BDS. And one thing that has been so fun to watch this series has been that front combo of Monkey Moon and Seiko. Seiko with the passes from the corner, and then Monkey Moon with the clutchness. Monkey Moon was the one who put in that goal with 3 seconds left. You saw the kickoff, the play from Monkey Moon to put it upper 90 at 0 seconds. And then Seiko, the play where Monkey Moon goes, threatens the double tap, gets the slight touch with his wheels, which leaves a perfect ball for Seiko to go for that double tap. Team BDS, they are such a well-rounded team. And the adjustments that they can make mid-series and even in the game, and even the ability to add 0 seconds, make plays like that. It is a frightening thing to witness, Corelli. This BDS squad, can they be stopped? Obviously, they're in the lower bracket, so they can be beat. But right now, it's tough to imagine who could do it.
Can they be stopped? Maybe. Right now, this series, definitely, obviously, in their favor, they're up 3-0, but I think more importantly is they've overcome, the deficits that they've had against Liquid. And I do kind of look to Liquid to say, you guys have to be the difference maker because BDS are going to score. They're up 2.57 goals per game in this tournament. Like, they are putting away shots. So it's on Liquid to either prevent those shots or to outscore BDS. And again, I think that last game was a perfect example of where they got the first 2 goals, but they just couldn't keep the momentum going, and BDS slowly getting back into it. You can see the first 2 highlights here was all Team Liquid, right? They capitalized on some mistakes. They were able to take advantage of BDS being faked out as well, but you could see the game very quickly got out of hand. BDS, they started to rev up. Monkey Moon perfectly positioned throughout the series and that previous game. And when BDS are so consistently playing at this high of a level, it's just tough for any team to compete.
It really is. They've got so many weapons and they play such a clean game of Rocket League. It's tough to find a way to beat them. But we saw Team Liquid find ways early. It's just about continuing that through the full 5 minutes. We'll see if Team Liquid can do it here and if that timeout helped. We know Team Liquid has the tools. We know they've got the ability. But will they be able to actually pull in a win? And there's a demo, and we didn't see much of that from Team BDS. But now we're seeing the aggression come out. A demo by Extra opens up the goal line.
Yeah, and he caught him in midair too. And that's what opens up the net. And when we haven't really seen a lot of the physical play come out, but when BDS whips it out, it's tough to get out of the way. And for Liquid, it's something that they're going to have to adjust to as they get bumped out again. A Chronic now getting bumped by Monkey Moon. He's got 0 boost here, and he fakes it. That's how tried to get the read, and Liquid are able to get out.
Oh, and Monkey Moon was one small pad away from being able to score that goal. Monkey Moon, flip reset, shut down by Atau. See a bump, Extra dodges it, Wave dashes back, and there's a 50. A Chronic too close to the ball, off the ceiling. Oski will go to a Chronic. A Chronic can't get there. It's a pinch down. Monkey Moon up, misread it a bit. Gave up the ball to a Chronic. Space now for a Chronic, but he's shut down by Extra. Back-to-back demos for Team Liquid, but they had to bring the ball all the way back to their goal. There's a double commit from TBDS on the back wall, but still they make it work. Seiko just beating defender after defender. And now in the corner. Monkey Moon controls. Back pass to Extra. Extra hard shot. It's high. Rebound out. But a Chronic hits it safely to the corner, and Atto will clear it downfield.
And good work there from Liquid just to relieve the pressure. They haven't really generated too many chances. Quality challenge from a Chronic again. And maybe a chance here for Liquid to gain some possession, but Seiko is just stuck on the ball. That was a tough bounce for Chronic and not the touch he wanted to pass to Seiko. Not on target. There's BDS, and they're up by 2.
They are always aware of where each other are, making the most optimal play. Seiko waiting for the pass. He shoots it right in the center of the net, but it had enough power to still get past Oski. And you see Monkey Moon going for the bump. It's clinical. Corelli, they are that good.
They make it look easy. They really do. I mean, Liquid, they're a really good team. They really are. They've proven that. And for BDS to chop them up the way they have. Oh my, Oski. Atao can't get there either. Now this is trouble for Liquid. Luckily, Extra pinches that one laterally, but hitting every single post and crossbar you possibly could. And now Seiko. Oh my goodness, Atao has to make the save again, and somehow Liquid come out on top, flick it towards the net, off the post again, and now Oski puts it home.
Oski's like, okay, I know where this is going this time. And look at that flick. The power. That's how you do it. Team Liquid back within one, but Corella, you said it. Hit both posts and the crossbar. Hit the post again. Unbelievable. This time, though, Liquid.
Oh, no.
Oh, and right off kickoff, almost on cue. Monkey Moon gets one right back.
And this is a tough one. If you're Oski, if you don't get that touch, the middle of your field and your net is just wide open. And Monkey Moon knows that. He just barreled down the middle of the field. And for Liquid, a very disappointing one again to give up with how hard they had to work for their last goal.
And we've seen kickoffs haunt Team Liquid. And now low roller, Oski going low, beats the defender who jumped high. There wasn't much of a gap to shoot through. A nice shot from Oski, and that brings Team Liquid back within one.
That's a great pass from a Chronic as well. Passes that would look like BDS's passes in this series. And in that tight space, it's important to pass it around like that. And the Chronic did a great job of finding Oski. And again, within one here for Liquid. So long as they don't give one up here off the kickoff, they've done well to get away. Plenty of time. Again, this has been a close series for Liquid, much closer than their previous one with BDS. And like we've been alluding to, multiple games that were winnable for. Oh my goodness. Monkey Moon is just insane this series.
They give the look like Monkey Moon's going for the demo, and he just chip shots it right over Oski.
What do you do?
What is that? Team BDS, they've got such a deep bag of tricks that you never know what to expect.
They're laughing about it too. I was watching with their face cams. They're laughing about that one. And how do you read that? I mean, how many times have you seen something like that?
I don't think I've seen anything like that. Especially that bang bang. I mean, you saw the play. It looked like it was going to be a standard demo chase 2v1. And no, the shot comes from behind Monkey Moon. I mean, like, how do you even see that?
There's not much you can do. I'm not gonna lie. There really isn't an outplay in that
You're
situation.
at the mercy. Yeah, you're at their mercy, and they when they pull up and play like that, you just can't defend it.
Yeah, and for BDS, I think they're just on a different level here right now. And again, we were kind of saying some of these games have been close, but it just seems like Monkey Moon and Seiko have just been that deadly tandem that BDS wanted, and they can just find a different level here. Offensively as well, and I think Seiko has done I think Extra has done a great job as well, not only on the physical part of the game, but also just being that third man. And a lot of times, James, they haven't even needed a third man. I mean, I think Extra's job has been very easy in this series because of how good Seiko and Monkey Moon have been playing off each other.
Yeah, the ball is magnetized to these two in Team Liquid's half. It's so hard for Team Liquid to get anything going. We do see a breakout chance, but Monkey Moon able to slow the ball down and gets the touch downfield. Oski dodged the bump. We'll have Atao goes for the air dribble, and the bump comes through. This game is not over yet. Team Liquid back within one yet again.
Great demo by Atao, and he wanted a piece of Seiko as well, which I think kept it down, and Seiko got bumped again. Everyone from Liquid chasing after Seiko there with the demo on top of it, and it'll pay off.
We'll see if Team Liquid can outdo to BDS what BDS has been doing to them. Will there be a late comeback by Team Liquid? We'll find out. Under 30 seconds left to go with the series on the line. The Super 16 life on the line for Team Liquid. Extra off the sidewall. The Chronic. Low pass down. Seiko cuts it out. Can Seiko score it? Threatened and slowed the ball down. Last chance here for Team Liquid. A Chronic off the sidewall. Oski can't get the touch. And Team BDS sweep Team Liquid.
And it's, I think, a result that isn't shocking, but when you look at the context of the series, Liquid, they threw a couple of these games. BDS are throwing up the 4-0. They've done it again. This is the second time they've done it to Liquid. But gosh, you look back at this game, James, and you feel like Liquid absolutely could have at least had two, if not, and who knows what happened after that, but at least two here in this series.
Yeah, I mean, again, sometimes it's so clear, the turning point in a series or the point that sets the tone and foreshadows what will be happening the rest of it. And that 0-second goal from Monkey Moon, you know, as soon as that went in, Krill, you're thinking in the back of your mind, you know, is that it? Like, is it already chalked? Is this series done? When you have a play like that, when Team Liquid has struggled so much with Team BDS in the past, and the writing was on the wall at that point. And then the plays, that demo chase play, where Monkey Moon just skip shots it right over Oski. What do you do if you're Team Liquid?
And not only with that play, but the way that Monkey Moon had been playing this series. And again, a lot of credit over to his teammates for dishing it out to him. But he scored 9 of 14 goals that BDS put away. That's 64%. Here in this series. I mean, he was just all over Liquid, and for good reason. We see the big pop-off plays, but also the great setups for his teammates as well. I mean, I don't have to say it. BDS is the full package, man. They're a good team.
Can anyone beat Team BDS? Well, we know there's one team that has beat Team BDS, and that was Team Endpoint, and we've got the rematch coming up after the break.